The thing about this movie that I love is that literally every sentence in which we are talking about something that happens, you could append for some reason. For some reason.
I guess it's easy to describe because there's not much in the way of plot. I don't really know quite what the plot was. There's these military guys, they're in the woods and they're training. And they're funded by a rich white man for some reason that we never find out.
And Action Man sets all sorts of traps in the woods and does a lot of fucking,
just like First Blood.
Yeah.
Coincidentally.
Like First Blood or Predator or Commando or any other action schlock.
Yeah.
For some reason.
So it all sort of starts to make sense in the first 20 minutes, and then
they just start killing random people for no reason. Like there's a part when he is pushing himself across the floor of the bank, and he's just awkwardly like, eh. Yeah. And then he shoots a pipe that's held together with duct tape that shoots out steam for some reason.
The bad guys, they know they're dealing with somebody tough, so they go to the helicopter. They dig out the big laser, the shoulder giant,
the BFG
cannon.
Absolutely.
it's Worf's purple space bazooka.
It was the blue space bazooka.
They shoot it at nothing for no reason.
They got to show off the effect because nobody actually kills anybody with the gun in the movie.
Yeah.
This is when the car of more henchmen shows up for absolutely no reason.
Because they want to have more people for our main character to shoot and kill.
Hot dog cop stands back up, shot completely to death. Car blows up.
For some reason.
Because fuck that car.
But there are still witnesses.
Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm. But he lets them go for some reason. Here is your money in full payment. You can go. And then Johnny Baseball and Russian Bride say, we think we'll stay.
For no reason.
The point is, he shows some mercy out of nowhere for some reason, and guess what he gets for it? Burned to death by our heroes for no reason. Yeah.
I assumed that was going to be the plot of the movie.
Yeah.
A typical revenge
yeah,
story,
yeah.
vigilante story.
But for some reason, he decides he's going to fight all crime.
The Killer and Killer workout, for no reason, has a comical, oversized safety pin.
He attacks the brother because the brother had a fight with the sister.
Right.
And then
and he attacks the mall Santa.
He attacks the mall Santa who molested the sister.
He stabs the mall Santa in the balls.
Right in the dick.
And then he brings back her dead cat, which the mother killed
hilarious.
For absolutely no reason.
So Michael rescues his good lady friend, and then they go to outside the computer room, and he grabs like his shoe, and he's using it to make sure that he's shielded from the power, and then he's got this power source.
He's putting two wires together, which for some reason makes everything explode.
It makes the computer explode at her.
And we were all debating, is the Lady Terminator going to get set on fire, and is she going to be a robotic body for some reason?
No reason.
For no reason. The scene is set up like a scene in, I don't know, Terminator or something. No. Very tense, very serious. The attacker comes in, but the cook has these comical buck teeth.
For literally no reason.
No reason other than the director said
they thought it was funny.
They thought it was funny.
There's no precedence for it. There's no context for it. It's so very, very clearly an outtake that for some reason, I don't know, the editor was just, fuck this noise, that's going in the movie.
The only thing that makes sense is that the director was not paying attention and they only did the one take.
And instead of having the brother kill the husband, she kills
random people for
innocent patrons at a spa.
Discernible reason.
Alien shows up and hacks his head off with an axe.
That she got from somewhere.
Somewhere.
Well, it's a cabin.
It's a cabin. There could be an axe somewhere around. But when it says the head is decapitated, it makes him turn back into coal. The head's, it's Cole's head on the ground for some reason. I feel like we say for some reason a lot on Best of the Worst.
Because it's an accurate description. These movies don't explain things well.
No. We have to figure a lot of things out for ourselves.
Well, what we started to realize midway through the movie is they were taking chunks of the movie from later on and somehow, or for some reason, moving them to the front of the movie.
Yeah. But then repeating them later on in the order they're supposed to be.
Like when Bitchy Girl, she flees in terror.
Oh, yeah.
And then, for some reason, she attacks the alienator with a crossbow.
With a crossbow that luckily is just in the front seat of this truck.
First off, you're getting exactly to the point where Tank Top Guy just straight up fucking murders Danton's wife for no reason.
Eric Estrada shot her in the head. And for some reason, these two sisters are important. For some reason, they're who the aliens are targeting. I don't know why.
And there were no chases.
Yeah, there were chases. Yeah. Remember when Vanity goes Griswold?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She goes full Griswold.
Full Griswold.
For no reason at all.
They drive by police, and for no reason that we can discern, the police start chasing them.
Yeah. He puts the tiny little light on the top of his car, which emits the sound of a police siren for some reason.
So they follow Bait Lady, that is apparently a character. They follow her.
Well, this is after she just stops the car, runs out of the car.
Oh, she stops the car. Bait Lady stops the car because Rotor is chasing her. She gets out of the car and she just runs into the woods for no reason.
So it's clear that the hackers have, for some reason, they keep coming back. They keep coming back to the woods where everyone gets shot.
At this point in the movie, everything just comes to a halt story-wise. There's like 15-20 minutes devoted to just explaining how she gets enrolled in this school for no reason.
If this movie emphasizes anything, it's the fact that she's a girl.
But no, she wants to wait for some reason 100 years.
Exactly. Well, it's a nice round number.
Sure.
100 years.
Bastard! You have tricked me! In 100 years, I'll have my revenge on your great-granddaughter.
What? Oh, okay. Well, that doesn't sound so bad.
All right, so there is a giant spaceship colony in space for some reason.
It was more influenced by Stanley Kubrick's 2001 for some reason. The grandpa in the wheelchair, he impregnated a younger Aryan woman, which was the mother, so that he can have a daughter who was pure Aryan bred for some reason, so that she could become the host for elves. The Nazi super race, which were half human, half elves, and then they came out of the magical forest.
Merlin.
Yeah.
Merlin the magician is in the movie.
For some reason.
For some reason.
Him and Santa Claus are roommates. Because he lives in the cloud castle with Santa and all of the children.
Neither of them have wives, but it's all perfectly platonic.
Yeah. And they live
have
with
different bedrooms.
the hairy-chested blacksmith, who also...
Oh, yeah!
works,
Who's in one scene, but no shirt.
So for some reason, he takes about 10 minutes to sneak into the bathroom where protagonist's wife is taking a bath.
They're in this premise of them being alone with this woman.
Get someone in a room, and then a nude woman comes in for some reason.
Oh, it's C-3PO and R2-D2 are there for some reason.
Super great stuff.
For some reason, nobody invited me.
It's almost impossible to discuss it because it's so nonsensical.
You need to experience it.
You need to experience it.
So the Python, they've got it in the container. The Russians do, and for absolutely no reason, they decide to open it and just look in.
It's that thing in the jar that's to blame. But for some reason, he just can't seem to get rid of it.
Crystal or the thing in the jar?
I don't know. It's already made his life miserable, and now it wants to kill him.
So he pulls the snake out, and then it turns into this weird Kirby dagger. Yeah, and then so she says, "Oh, you bested me," and then it gets struck by lightning for some reason.
Nuclear acid rain is destroying the world. And there are some survivors, and there are some mutants for some reason.
It was all delivered in a very Ed Wood-esque monologue about the dangers of human nature.
And then there will just be human males and dinosaurs, and the dinosaurs will probably eat all the human males. And then the world will be better or something?
The intention of the dinosaurs is that they're trained to hunt down the escaped slaves. But for some reason, there's a wonderful montage sequence where they're attacking random people.
And someone on the courthouse steps for
It's
some
like a
reason?
senator. He was walking out of the state capitol.
They gave up on trying to give information about the victims at that point.
Yeah.
Josh, you go to work, and there's a whole bunch of people there that have been mauled by wild animals. What do?
Call the fucking cops.
No.
I don't?
No. You go to the local genetic research place dressed as a security guard with a gun.
No, that's for some reason.
For some reason, that's what you do.
Yeah.
So they do the experiment on him to genetically enhance him or whatever. He's out of 60 people or something.
No, it was
he's
like
the best.
400. Yeah.
Okay, out of hundreds of people, he's the best candidate for some reason.
Somehow, while he was in prison, he was setting up this big operation, similar to the operation he had in the first movie, only now it's going to be broadcast on the internet.
as they track and kill Danton as he gets his revenge for some reason.
Basically, this old sadistic couple want to get him out for some reason.
Everyone's motivations within the actual acting of the movie are very vague and shiftable.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're trying to make it ambiguous, where like you don't ever really know what's going on, but you don't ever really know what's going on.
And then he runs away, goes back to the church.
Well, that's after his love interest shows up for no reason. So then he heads home with a gun and a bag full of money, okay?
Bag of loot.
And then he goes home and he throws the gun he just got on his roof.
He intentionally throws it on the roof. For some reason. He could have hidden it anywhere.
So then stormtroopers show up and they're searching their house for some reason. I don't know
There's
why.
no reason, yeah.
And he has these mannequins of a bride and groom in the middle of his lobby for some reason. But then later it is revealed that the mannequins are actually people in disguise.
And there's a tiny picture of Ted Danson behind them.
For some reason.
And Dog Sitter VHS, not to be confused with Dog Sitter DVD, despite the fact that the VHS tape has a DVD logo on it for some reason.
Yeah. It's like the room scene when he throws the football.
And then falls over for no reason. Yeah.
Man, I'm really glad she has his phone just in her backyard for some reason. It seems like a weird place for a telephone.
This is when we learned this movie has set Lexia. Yeah. Because there's outside with boxes, and then with no transition, suddenly they're inside with boxes, and then suddenly there's plastic everywhere, and everything is now cold for some reason, and I'm not sure whether or not the plastic is supposed to be ice. I'm not convinced.
The only reason the movie got made is because it was produced by the Dry Ice King of Mexico.
We got all this dry ice here. You want to make a Santa Claus movie?
For some reason, we continued to watch this for an hour.
And then, for no reason whatsoever, Gene Simmons jumps off a 3-foot drop, lands in a ceramic horse, and dies.
Yeah. That's the end. And that's the end. His son comes up, I guess.
And then, but then out of nowhere, all of the adopted kids come into the
Look at the dead body.
And it's the drug dealer Gene Simmons guy who the kids have no relation to, but yet they're there for some reason. The kids are there. Yeah. These are the worst fucking parents ever. Ever.
Okay. Hi, Mom.
This sucks.